Good morning, Naquick High School. Today is September 20th. Please stand for your national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all that sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on God for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Tad meeting at Mrs. Fox's room today at 12:30.
Boys soccer is playing against Woodstock High in Woodstock today at 5. Good luck, boys.
Cross country meeting today at 3:30. New members are welcome. See Miss Scriver, Madame St. Louis.
Best Buddies lunch date today at noon.
On September 28th, Naquick High will be participating in the Terry Fox Walk during period 3. All students and staff will walk in honor for Terry Fox to raise awareness for cancer research.
Over the next week and a half, NHS will be having several fundraisers to raise money for cancer research.
Students and staff who would like to receive a pledge sheet to collect pledges for the walk, please see Ms. Fitton. Ask your family and friends to pledge money for the Terry Fox Walk.
If you are a girl in grade 9 or 10 interested in playing club volleyball with Naquick Nukes Volleyball Club, please see Mr. Brewer before Friday.
On Monday, the student body will have an opportunity to take part in a student vote during period 1 and 2. Here are some questions some of the leaders recently responded to.
Friday, there will be a reach for the top practice for players in grade 9, 10, and 11 at 12:25 in room 221. New members are always welcome. Does that say welcome? Okay. Eric Grant and Charles Pompous took turns driving on a round trip, the same route both ways. Eric drove the first 40 kilometers and Charles drove the rest of the way. Eric started to drive on the return trip and then Charles drove the last 50 kilometers. Which of the two drove more and how many more kilometers did he drive? And if you think you have the answer, go to Miss Scriver or Miss St. Louis. Sorry. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Sam Foubert from Bernice Manon High School. My question is, the popular opinion is that you have to move outside of the province to get a successful career. How does your party plan to stop this outmigration?
When we became your government, the economy was actually shrinking in our province. So we invested to create more opportunities and a fairer economy. Because of those investments, we saw the economy grow every single year over the last 4 years. The unemployment rate has gone down significantly. We've seen exports go up every single year. There are more jobs today than there were when we became the government. In fact, there are 4,000 more full-time jobs. We have the largest population we've ever seen in the history of our province during the last 4 years. And we have 3,400 jobs waiting for New Brunswickers right now.
Well, it certainly isn't something I had to do for my career. I worked here my whole career, raised a family here. Our kids knew their grandparents, and for me, that's the New Brunswick dream. And I believe that's still possible here. And it starts with us beginning to have people look at New Brunswick as a place to invest and be able to invest because people look here for everything we have. We have a history here in our province that builds in innovation. We need private sector investment to come here and to create jobs for us. It can't all about big government creating jobs. It has to be about people wanting to be here, and we want to create the conditions for that. So you don't have to move. So don't treat it as I gotta go. Treat it as I want to stay, and I'll do my part to work for New Brunswick.
Thank you, Bernice McNaughton High School, for this wonderful question. When I became leader of the NDP, one of the things we wanted to do was send a strong message to young people in this province that we want you to stay here. That's why we proposed eliminating community college fees, for example, and that's why we have a plan to create green jobs in this province, so that there's lots of things for young people to do. Also jobs in healthcare and the public service. And so we want you to stay, we want you to know that your government wants you to stay, and we want you to build your lives here as well.
So it's a good thing when people want to move out of New Brunswick and explore other parts of Canada or the world, and I would encourage it. But if people want to stay here and they can't find a way to stay here, then that's the problem. So one of the things that the Green Party will do for graduates in particular who stay here is put back the tuition rebate program, so that they can get 50% of their tuition paid back to them. That would enable them to reduce the cost of paying off their loans, and at least alleviate that pressure, because some people move out of the province just to get a higher salary than they can get here to help pay down their loans. So that's one thing. The other thing, of course, is what's going on in New Brunswick and where we're going. And as the leader of the Green Party, and the Green vision for New Brunswick, of course, is one where we're really focused on growing the local economies of our communities, supporting small business, cooperative enterprises, social enterprises, to get things going there. And one of the ways we would particularly focus on that is to support the increase of local production of whatever it is, food or renewable energy, to supplant imports. Because when we import things, our money is flowing out of the province, creating jobs and opportunity outside of New Brunswick. So we want to stop the money leaving the province, plug those leaks, and have the money that's spent on products and services circulating in our economy locally, to create jobs, to create business opportunities, to create wealth, keeping the local profits here. And that is going to make a huge difference in terms of the economic opportunities in New Brunswick.